Hello, fabulous superstar Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of November 2020. Looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month as part of a remarkable year, right? But it is going to be as we begin this month that we're still working with the energy of that full moon that took place on Halloween. You may want to have another look at the monthly horoscope from last month to help you to understand what energy you have coming into this month. Now, here's the thing, that energy, very surprising, even shocking. If you are still waiting for your surprise, it is going to be in the first days of this month that the surprise and what that may be for you, especially where it comes to your alliances with other people, well, it has yet to reveal itself and may yet reveal itself. It will be on the 3rd of November that Mercury will go direct. And as Mercury goes direct in the sign just before yours, well, this is going to be as if what you didn't know, all of a sudden, in a moment, you do become aware, you do come to know. And so it's almost that thing of the truth, right? The truth, it sets you free. The truth can be liberating. The truth can be joyous, even if it is uncomfortable at the time. And as it said, even if it annoys you in the moment, right? That's the kind of energy we have here for you as you are beginning the month and in the first few days. But once that truth comes forward, you are changed in some way. As we move forward from there, it is going to be right around the 11th of the month that Mercury will re-enter your sign. And as Mercury re-enters your sign, it does so bringing a newfound clarity into who you are. It has been since the last days of September that Mercury has either been in shadow or has been retrograde in your sign. Late last month, Mercury dipped out of your sign, so now returning to your sign, giving you a fresh perspective on the retrograde season on much of October for you. Well, this is going to be an important moment because where it was that you misunderstood, now it is as if in an instant you become a lot more clear. Where it was that you thought you knew what you really wanted or you thought you knew who you really were, now you start to admit to yourself where it is that perhaps the two, who you say you are and what you've been doing, haven't been lining up with integrity. Once the awareness comes, you can't go back. And that is part of the gift of this time. Once Mercury returns to your sign, it is as if you truly are feeling ready for a brand new chapter, which comes very quickly. Right around the 15th of the month, that is when we are going to have a new moon in your sign. This new moon comes just about a day after Mars, your ancient ruling planet, goes direct as well. Now, this new moon in your sign will be speaking in harmony with precision with Jupiter and Pluto. Also speaking in harmony with Saturn to a certain extent as well. And what this tells me is that you are taking action. You are feeling as if there is fresh energy and a fresh new chapter very much on the horizon for you. You are beginning again in some key way. It is your personal new year. That's what a new moon in your sign brings. But in so many ways, this really feels like a new beginning to you. You are taking action in support of the changes and this new beginning that you desire. And in some ways, you are seeing yourself differently than you have before, more empowered, more confident, more sure. As we get to the end of the month, that is when we are going to have a lunar eclipse. Now, this lunar eclipse is going to be the gateway to eclipse season. That'll take us into next month. I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. But for now, and with this eclipse happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with profound and meaningful transformation. It is also connected to your understanding of resources, inner resources, outer resources. And it also, on a more practical level, connects you to financial institutions and helps you to understand your ability to access resources on that front. Now, this lunar eclipse is going to be speaking in harmony with Chiron, speaking in harmony with Mars to a certain extent as well. Now, Chiron is the energy of the healer, the wounded healer, if you will, right? And it brings with it, and to this lunar eclipse, opportunities to do something, to take action that ultimately is profoundly healing in some way. Lunar eclipses tend to bring with them closures, sometimes dramatic, but this energy doesn't seem as dramatic as it seems empowered at this time. So for some of you, it may be something as simple as you knowing that you've come to the end of paying off a certain debt, perhaps a loan like student loans, for example. You've paid that debt off, and you are feeling as if a lot has come together for you as a result. It is also possible at this time that you are attracting a sum of money in some way. It could be a commission payment, could be benefits you qualify for as well. It may not be easy to actually take the steps in terms of your own vulnerability so that you can access those resources, and yet when we have such strong financial energy, it means that the money you need is there. And so it is about taking those steps, even if they feel personally challenging, knowing that the resources that you need are going to show up for you. And of course, profound and meaningful transformation, where it is that you are connecting personal truth with how you live your life in the smallest moments in a day in and day out way, well, that is where the greatest change and the greatest gains become possible for you. Now, where it comes to matters of love, that is where I've got some very lovely news for you. That is right around the 21st of the month, Venus is going to move into your sign. Now, as much as the energy of that Halloween full moon and that energy in the first days of the month still bringing about surprise and shock where it comes to matters of love, partnership of all kinds, by the time Venus gets here, it is going to feel that much sweeter. It is as if that full moon helps you to clear away anything you don't need, whether that is beliefs, whether that is situations, people, places, things, all of that, clearing away sometimes in an instant so that you can get to that place with Venus in your sign where it feels that much easier to connect with others in a meaningful way. If it is that you are open to meeting someone new, well, look, after the learning of that full moon, by the time we get to Venus, it is you feeling like a magnet. Love has a way of just showing up for you that much easier, given the beautiful alignments that Venus will be making while in your sign, especially once we get into next month. I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. But simply Venus in your sign can be very lovely for feeling as if love can show up for you. There is going to be an opposition at the end of the month. Venus standing across the sky from Uranus. That is going to bring a surprise a minute, a shock a minute, even in terms of whom it is that you attract in your life. But outside of that, it really is very lovely as you move through the cycle of Venus in your sign. For those of you who are just starting to date somebody, I do think that much of this month is about understanding whether or not this is somebody you want to move forward with, whether or not this is somebody that you feel that there is something real with here or not. If it is that the two of you are still keeping your connection going by the time we get to Venus in your sign, it'll be a lot more smoother sailing going forward from there. And very likely will feel as if things are able to move forward and even to a more profound level once Venus enters your sign. And for those of you in an established bond, so a few ways I see the energy this month working out. Yes, we had that full moon early in the month, but once we get to Venus in your sign, it is that much easier to get along with your partner, to feel like your partner is that much sweeter towards you. That lunar eclipse at the end of the month may show up in terms of your partner's income, so there might be some changes there on that front. Outside of that, though, that full moon can also indicate a real moment of honesty between the two of you that strengthens the depth of the bond that the two of you share. What I love about this month for you, well, look, there's a lot here, but it's got to be Venus in your sign. That is the star of the show for you now. But we've got a lot of stars of the show for you, right? We've got Mercury re-entering your sign direct, Mercury leaving shadow shortly after that new moon. We've got the new moon itself in your sign, which is you feeling as if there's a brand new beginning, and your ruling planet, or rather your ancient ruling planet Mars, going direct. Well, all of this does suggest that as we move forward this month, it is going to feel more and more like a brand new chapter, fresh and exciting. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this every week by logging on to nadiyashah.com. Sign up to be one of my superstars. Superstars get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes and more. All of this in the superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.